Hello and welcome to Have Fun Cooking. Today we're going to be making pork loin, and we're going to use about half of this pork loin. And this is a very simple recipe. We're just going to take this and bake it in the oven, and then when we have just about 15 to 20 minutes left, we're going to take off the top and then we're going to braise it. So first, let's cut this in half and put this in our pot. Okay, so this is the pan that we're going to, this is the pot that we're going to use for the pork loin. You can cook it in anything like a 9 by 13 dish or anything like that, but you can use anything that you want to. Just make sure that you're able to cover it. If you put it in a dish, just cover it with some foil paper. If not, I'm using this and I'm just going to cover it with the lid and cook it like this until we're ready to cook it the last 15 or 20 minutes without it. Okay, so I'm putting it in here, and now I'm going to add all my seasonings to it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add about a half a cup of onions to this. I have some frozen diced onions on hand, so I'm going to use that. Okay, so after we added the onions, we're going to add some garlic. I have some chopped up frozen garlic in the freezer, so I'm going to add some of that. Just going to spread it around. It's chopped up frozen garlic. Okay, next we're going to add some seasoned salt. Add as much to your liking. This is about a teaspoon or two. Just about 2 teaspoons of seasoned salt. The next is some ground black pepper. Okay, I'll show you the seasoned salt. It's just some regular seasoned salt. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to add is some onion powder. I like that flavor along with the regular onions. Then we're going to add some ground paprika. This gives us a little bit of flavor and some color. Okay. Then next we're going to add some rosemary. Teaspoon of rosemary. And some ground thyme. Sprinkle some on there. Maybe a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. Okay, now after that, we're going to add some chicken stock, because right now it is very dry at the bottom, as you can see. So we're going to add some chicken stock. Yes, we're going to cover this with the lid and put this in the oven, but chicken stock will not allow the bottom to burn. You don't want that to burn. Plus, this is going to make some good juice, so we can make gravy out of this later. So I added about a cup of chicken stock to that. Now this is ready to be put in the oven. Cover this with the lid, and this is ready to be put in the oven. Put this in the oven on 350, and in about 30 minutes we're going to check it. Total cooking time should take about an hour. Okay, here's our pork loin. It is done and it looks good. So now it's done and it looks good. So let's check the temperature. So this is definitely done. Okay. Don't want to mess it up. So now you cover it up and set it to the side. Let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then you can slice into it. We're going to set this to the side, and then we're going to make a gravy. Okay, so now we're going to make the gravy for our pork loin. So we're going to, we turned the heat to medium, and then we're going to let this get hot, boil a little bit. Okay, so it's starting to boil, so go ahead and start to add a few tablespoons of flour to it, because it has the oil and everything in there. So you'll cook the flour. Cook the flour for about a minute or two. And then you're going to add your liquid. You can use water, chicken stock. I'm going to use 1 cup of water first. Stir this around and let this come to a boil. And see how thick this is. Give it a taste. And then you may want to add a little bit of chicken stock to this. Okay, this has been cooking for about 10 minutes and this is ready now. Okay, so here's our pork roast, and it's rested for about 20 minutes. I'm going to slice into it. Okay, looks delicious. Just get up close. Nice and juicy. Don't push too much, all that juice is coming out of it right there. Nice and juicy. All right, so let's plate this up. Okay, so the roast is done, and so is the gravy. The gravy is delicious. And if you happen to have a few lumps, that's okay. Just strain it out with your strainer. There you go. It's your pork roast with gravy. Okay, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell for future videos. And remember, have fun cooking.